We are all surely, you and I together, voyagers on a huge sea. The little boat of our life swells and recedes with the ebb and the flow. We search, we dream, we seek. There is so much we do not know. Experience affords us shadows at most. Summers fade into winter, and we go and we go. We are all en route, mastered by some unnameable mystery. When all the staggering achievements of technology are in, we will still be left awfully confronted by the abyss and the question of the grave. Why then do we pay so much attention to specialized areas of life, while at the same time we dismiss almost totally the question of meaning and purpose to life as a whole? Are we merely matter, or do we have a spiritual destiny? Is self-actualization the true meaning of life? Or is the fierce yearning of the human spirit for something greater the true purpose of life? All the goods which science offers do not seem to satisfy the cry of our hearts. This implacable dissatisfaction with finiteness seems to imply the reality of God. When we hold, as our secular culture does, that value depends exclusively on what is practical and useful, then we miss out on the greatest experience of all, the conviction that life is a mystery to be lived, and not something merely to be managed and digited. Technology, for all of its wizardry, will never create the transcendent experience of young leaves bursting in spring, nor the love of a mother for the child of her womb. Our nation, William McNamara writes, is more threatened from within than from without. The mind needs to feed on wonder and mystery, on the poetry of life, as the body needs to feed on food. That is why in education, as in life as a whole, the things of greatest value, of greatest importance, are the useless things, the time-wasting things that don't enrich our lives materially, but do make life worth living and humans worth saving. As things now stand in our contemporary culture, we are forced to forget what we must remember. A lot of us leave this world without ever having wondered why we came into it. Despite the promises of science and technology, unmercifully, the question remains, who am I? Does death make everything pointless in the end? Where is life taking me? What's it all about? Is it, as Macbeth said, a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing? Our over-preoccupation with science and technology is acceptable only when we choose to believe that life has no transcendent value. Faith in God is a personal decision. It is, as Kierkegaard said, a blind leap. It involves risk, but a risk clothed in wonder. The most striking thing about life is that so much of it runs smoothly. Of all the millions and millions of children who enter this world year